Have you ever walked into someone's home and thought, do they have a secret maid hiding in the closet? Because I sure have. Their kitchen sparkles, their couch cushions are fluffed like a hotel, and not a single sock is hiding under the coffee table. Meanwhile, at my place, well, let's just say the laundry and I are in a long-term relationship. But here's the good news. You do not need to clean like a 20-year-old or spend your golden years chasing dust bunnies. Keeping a clean, calm home is not about scrubbing harder. It is about thinking smarter and making small, doable habits that work with you, not against you. Today, I am sharing 12 of the simplest, most satisfying habits that smart women over 60 swear by to keep their homes tidy without breaking a sweat. They take just a few minutes a day, and trust me, number 12 might just be your favorite. It has nothing to do with a mop and everything to do with joy. Habit 1. The 2-minute bed blessing. Let's start with something so simple, yet so surprisingly powerful. Making your bed. Now I know it might sound like something from your childhood chore list, but stay with me. Making the bed every morning is not just about straight sheets and fluffy pillows. It is about giving yourself a small, quiet victory before the day even begins. Think about it. You open your eyes, stretch your arms, and before life comes rushing in, you take 2 minutes, just 2, to smooth the covers, fluff the pillows, and say to yourself, I've got this. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is not about hotel-level perfection. It is about setting the tone, about giving your space just a touch of love. I once had a friend named Joyce, 82 years old, full of wisdom and wit. She told me, if my bed is made, my mind feels made too. And she was right. That small act can shift your entire mood. It sends a message to your brain. Today is not chaotic. Today, I am in control. And here's something else to consider. When your bed is made, your whole bedroom feels cleaner. Even if there's a basket of laundry in the corner or a book left on the nightstand, the room feels pulled together. And that's comforting. Especially as we get older, creating an environment that feels safe, clean, and cared for is one of the kindest things we can do for ourselves. So tomorrow morning, before you brush your teeth or feed the cat, try it. Make the bed. It does not have to be fancy, just neat, just yours. And let that little win carry you through the day. Habit 2. The one-touch rule. Let's talk about clutter. Not the big messes. We'll get to those. I mean the little ones. The sweater on the chair. The reading glasses on the kitchen counter. The mail you meant to sort, but never quite got to. These tiny, I'll handle it later moments quietly pile up, and suddenly, your space feels out of control. That is where the one-touch rule comes in, and it's exactly what it sounds like. When you pick something up, you only touch it once. You do not move it to another spot or say, I'll deal with it after dinner. No, you touch it, and you return it to its proper home, right then. Here's the beauty of this habit. It's small, but it prevents clutter from ever forming. And that means you don't have to do massive cleanups later. No more Saturday mornings spent clearing off the dining table or wondering where your favorite scarf ended up. Now, this is especially helpful for women like us who value calm spaces but may not have the energy or mobility to spend hours tidying. By using the one-touch rule, you're staying ahead of the mess without even breaking a sweat. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 76, lives alone, and she told me, I started the one-touch rule with just my coffee cup in the morning. Now it's second nature. I don't even think about it. And that's the key. Once you do it often enough, it becomes instinct. So next time you take off your cardigan, don't drape it over the back of a chair. Hang it up. When you bring in the mail, don't set it down. Sort it. When you finish reading your glasses, pop them back into their case. One touch. Done. You'll be amazed at how much clearer your home and your mind will feel. Habit 3. After dinner gift to your morning self. Now this one is close to my heart because it speaks to kindness. Not kindness to others, but kindness to yourself. It's a little habit I call the after dinner reset, and I like to think of it as a gift you give to your future self. Here's how it works. After you've finished dinner, before you settle into your favorite chair or reach for the remote, take 5 minutes to reset the kitchen. Wash the dishes or load them into the dishwasher. Wipe down the counters. Make sure the sink is clean and the trash is out of sight. It might sound small, but here's what happens next. When you wake up the next morning and walk into your kitchen, it feels light. It feels fresh. You feel ready. There's no pile of dishes waiting to greet you. No stale smells. No visual reminder of yesterday's mess. Just a clean, calm space to start your day. And the best part? You'll feel proud. That is what matters. This habit is not about impressing anyone else. It's about creating a moment of peace for the person who matters most, you. If you've ever woken up and felt immediately behind because the house looks like it's already ahead of you, you'll understand the power of this simple evening reset. It changes the entire energy of your morning. I like to put on soft music, sometimes a little Frank Sinatra or Ella Fitzgerald, while I do it. It turns those 5 minutes into a ritual, not a chore. And when I'm done, I sit down with a cup of tea, smile and think, tomorrow morning, I'll be so glad I did this. Try it tonight, even if it's just rinsing your plate and wiping the counter. Show your morning self a little love. She deserves it. Habit 4. The daily hotspot wipe. Now let's talk about the little messes that sneak in and settle down. Crumbs on the counter, smudges on the bathroom sink, or that mysterious dust that seems to appear overnight on your coffee table. These are what I like to call hotspots, the spots in your home that collect mess faster than a pie disappears at a church potluck. Here's the trick. Grab a soft cloth, maybe a microfiber one you keep just for this, and once a day, do a quick wipe of your main surfaces. Just 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there. That's it. Not a full scrub, not a deep clean. Just a quick pass that says, I see you, little mess, and you're not staying. This habit is powerful for 2 reasons. First, it prevents buildup. When dust and crumbs don't get a chance to settle in, you never have to do a major clean to get them out. Second, and more importantly, it creates a feeling of pride and peace in your home every single day. I have a dear friend, Nancy, who calls this her gratitude wipe. She told me, when I wipe down my kitchen counter in the morning, I think about how grateful I am to have that space. It's a quiet moment, but it feels meaningful. That's the spirit I love to bring to these small rituals. They aren't chores. They're ways to care for your space and your spirit. So try this. Keep a cloth in the bathroom drawer, one in the kitchen, maybe another by your favorite reading spot. Make it easy. Make it gentle. Just a small daily sweep to keep your home feeling fresh and loved. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about presence. Habit 5. The 10-minute evening serenity reset. Evening is a sacred time. It's when the world quiets down, the sun sets, and you get a chance to slow your pace. And that's the perfect moment for one of my favorite habits, the 10-minute evening tidy. Now don't worry, I'm not talking about vacuuming the whole house or rearranging the furniture. This is simple. It's about walking through your main living spaces, your living room, your dining area, maybe the hallway, and gently putting things back in their place. Fold the throw blanket on the couch. Fluff the pillows. Put the magazine back on the side table. Carry the glass from your chair side back to the sink. These are not tasks. They are small acts of closure. They tell your home, we're winding down, we're getting ready for rest. Think of it like tucking your home into bed, just like you once tucked in your children or your grandchildren. There's a comfort in that rhythm. And when you wake up the next day, Your home greets you like a dear friend with everything just as it should be. My friend Edna, who's 81 and still full of spark, calls this her evening exhale. She says, "Once I do my 10-minute tidy, I feel like I've put the day to rest. I don't go to sleep with a messy mind." And that's exactly it. A calm space invites a calm mind, and both lead to better sleep. So tonight, before you turn off the lights, try this soft little ritual. Take 10 minutes. Let it be quiet, let it be yours, and let your home rest with you. Habit 6. The mail at the door rule. Let's talk about paper clutter. It sneaks in every single day. Junk mail, flyers, coupons, appointment reminders. And before you know it, your kitchen table has turned into a paper swamp. But here's a simple habit that can stop the flood. Deal with the mail the moment it comes through the door. Not later. Not when the pile gets too high, right away. Here's how I do it. I keep a small recycling bin near the entryway. Nothing fancy, just a place to toss junk mail instantly. I sort everything while I'm still standing. Important letters go in a folder. Bills get clipped to the fridge. Anything personal gets a little time later. But everything else? Gone. And I shred what needs shredding. Credit card offers, anything with personal info. No more stuffing drawers with just-in-case papers. No more mystery stacks that make you feel behind. Nah. This one habit, done in under 3 minutes a day, can save you hours of sorting later. And it gives you back something far more valuable: visual peace. One of our community viewers, her name's Carol, shared with me, "When I started dealing with mail immediately, my table stayed clear for the first time in years. I finally had space for my morning coffee and my crosswords." That's the power of this habit. It isn't just about tidiness. It's about reclaiming your space for what matters: connection, comfort, calm. So if mail is your nemesis, give this a try. Make a home for it by the door. Sort it with love. Toss what doesn't serve you. And take back your surfaces, one envelope at a time. Habit 7. The fresh air ritual. You know what they say? Sometimes the best cleaning product is a breeze. I like to call this next habit the fresh air ritual. And yes, even in winter. Even when it's a little chilly outside. Because fresh air doesn't just clean the room, it lifts the spirit. Here's the habit. Once a day, open a window. Just for 10 minutes. That's it. Let the outside in. Let the old air out. You'll be amazed how quickly your space feels lighter, fresher, and more alive. I started doing this years ago, and it changed how I feel in my home. The kitchen smells less lived in. The bedroom feels more breathable, and even the living room seems brighter. It's like nature comes in and says, "Let me take care of this for you." But this habit isn't just about air quality. It's about energy. Fresh air clears out not just odors, but mood. It gives your mind something new, something calm. And sunlight, if you're lucky enough to get it, does its own magic. It warms up the room. It naturally disinfects surfaces. And most importantly, it lifts your heart. I remember a neighbor named June. She was 87 and sharp as a tack. She told me, "Every morning, I open my bedroom window, even if it's snowing. I wrap myself in a blanket, breathe in deep and say, 'Thank you for this day.'" Isn't that beautiful? So give it a try. Open a window during your morning coffee or while you're reading your afternoon mail. Just 10 minutes a day. Let your home breathe. And while you're at it, take a breath too. Habit 8. The laundry trick. One load at a time. Laundry has a way of sneaking up on us, doesn't it? One day, it's just a few towels, and the next, you're staring down a mountain of socks and wondering when the last time was that you saw the bottom of the hamper. Here's a gentle habit that changes everything. Do one small load of laundry each day, or every other day if that suits your rhythm. Just one. Then fold it. Put it away. Done. The beauty of this habit isn't just in keeping things manageable. It's in keeping things light. For your back, your mind, and your schedule. No more entire mornings spent wrestling with heavy baskets. No more laundry day dread. And folding one load? It takes maybe 10 minutes. You can do it while the kettle boils, or during your favorite show, or with music playing in the background. Make it a moment of ease. I knew a lovely woman named Phyllis who swore by this trick. She'd say, "If I see clothes waiting, I feel behind. But when I do a little every day, it feels like I'm always ahead." And that's the gift of consistency. It gives you confidence. If stairs are an issue, keep a smaller basket nearby. If arthritis slows you down, look for lighter wheeled hampers. The idea is not to do more. It's to make it easier on you. So the next time you see that little pile of clothes, smile at it. Say, "I've got 10 minutes and a folding chair," and take care of it with grace. Habit 9. Keep supplies where you use them. Here's a question. Have you ever gone to clean something, only to stop halfway because the spray bottle was in another room, or the cloth was all the way downstairs? It's such a simple problem, but it makes cleaning feel harder than it needs to be. This next habit solves that. Keep a small set of cleaning supplies in every main room. Now, I don't mean stocking your entire house like a supply closet, just the basics. A gentle surface spray under the bathroom sink, a microfiber cloth tucked in the kitchen drawer, maybe a dusting mitt by your reading chair. The goal is to make cleaning effortless and immediate. You see a smudge on the mirror? Wipe it right then. A dusty shelf while you're reaching for a book? A quick swipe. No searching, no waiting, no putting it off. I once helped my friend Clara set this up. She's 75 and has arthritis in her knees, so walking up and down stairs just to find a cleaner was exhausting. Once we created little supply stations in each room, just a basket with what she needed, she told me, "I feel like my home takes care of itself now." And that's what we want. A home that works with you. A system that makes staying tidy feel easy and even, dare I say, enjoyable. You can personalize each caddy with what you use most. Maybe glass cleaner in the bathroom, disinfectant wipes in the kitchen, or a soft duster near your knickknacks. Make it yours. It's not about doing more. It's about setting yourself up for success, one thoughtful corner at a time. Habit 10. The floor sweep shortcut. Now let's talk about floors. They are the silent witnesses to our every step, every drop of water, every trail of crumbs. And yet, keeping them clean doesn't have to be a chore that wears you out. In fact, one of the gentlest habits I've come to love is what I call the floor sweep shortcut. Here's how it works. Instead of waiting until the whole house needs sweeping or vacuuming, just focus on the high traffic zones, places like your kitchen floor, the front entryway, or the space near the dining table. Spend just a few minutes each day sweeping or swiping those areas, and you'll be amazed how clean your entire home feels. Why does this matter? Because mess travels. Crumbs in the kitchen somehow end up in the hallway. Dust by the door drifts into the living room. By keeping the most used paths clear, you're stopping dirt before it gets a chance to spread, and it's easier on your body, especially if bending or long stretches of motion are tough, short, focused sweeping means you still keep things fresh, without the strain. One woman I admire, Teresa, lives in a charming cottage with hardwood floors throughout. She told me, "I just sweep the kitchen after I make breakfast. That's my ritual." And somehow, the whole house feels brighter. Isn't that lovely? You can use a soft broom, a lightweight cordless vacuum, or even a dust mop. Whatever feels easiest for your hands and back. It's not about doing it all. It's about doing just enough, regularly. So tomorrow, Pick one spot where your feet walk the most, sweep it with care, and give yourself credit, because you just kept the whole house a little bit cleaner with a little bit less effort. Habit 11, the why reminder. Now this next habit isn't about doing, it's about remembering why you do it. Sometimes we forget. We look around and think, what's the point? Who's even going to see this but me? And on those days, it's easy to let the clutter grow and let the motivation shrink. But here's what I've found. When you reconnect to your purpose, even the smallest task can feel meaningful again. So here's the habit. Write yourself a note. Just a short sentence, handwritten and honest. Something like, I tidy so I can feel calm in my space. I keep my home clean because I deserve peace. I do this for me. Place it somewhere you'll see it. On your fridge, near your mirror, next to your coffee pot. Let it be a gentle whisper in your day, especially when you're feeling low or tired. This isn't about guilt. It's about grounding. About giving yourself a reason that matters. Because let's be honest, this isn't about impressing guests or chasing perfection. It's about you feeling good in your home, feeling proud, feeling relaxed, feeling free. I once helped a friend, Ellie, who was struggling to stay motivated after losing her husband. Her home started to feel too big, too quiet. Together, we made a little sign she kept by her kitchen window. It said, I tidy to make this space mine again. And every time she saw it, it reminded her she still had the power to shape her world. So ask yourself, what's your reason? Then put it into words. Let it guide your hands and lift your heart. You're not just maintaining a house, you're caring for your sanctuary. Habit 12. Celebrate your space. We've reached the final habit, and I truly believe this is the one that brings it all together. It isn't about folding towels or wiping counters. It's not about organization bins or spray bottles. It's about something deeper. It's about you, your peace, your presence, your joy. This habit is simple. Take time, every single day, to pause and celebrate your space. That's right. Sit down, look around, breathe. Let yourself feel proud, not because everything is perfect, but because you've cared. You've shown up. You've created beauty out of the ordinary, peace out of the daily mess. You see, too many of us, especially as we get older, fall into the habit of doing without receiving. We wipe, wash, fix, fold, and then we move right on to the next thing. No pause, no smile, no moment of thank you, self. But you deserve that. You've earned it. Your home is not just a shelter. It's the backdrop to your memories. It's where your children once played. It's where you've had morning coffee, late night worries, holiday dinners, and quiet prayers. It has held you, shaped you, and now, through these gentle habits, it reflects you. So let this habit be your reward. After you finish tidying, sit with a warm drink and look at what you've created. Light a candle, open a window, or simply enjoy the calm. Invite a friend over and say, come see what peace looks like. Or sit alone and whisper, this space feels like me. One woman I spoke to, Elaine, told me, I used to clean because I thought I had to. Now I clean because I love sitting in the space I've cared for. That's the shift. That's the gift. And if the day is hard, if your energy is low, or your heart feels heavy, don't push yourself to do more. Just find a corner that brings you comfort, even if the rest of the house isn't tidy. Sit there, breathe there, celebrate that moment. Because celebration isn't about the whole. It's about noticing the beauty in the piece you've touched. This is your home. You are the heart of it. And when you allow yourself to feel good in it, the rest follows with grace. So today, and every day forward, don't just clean. Don't just tidy. Pause, look around, and say to yourself, I live here. I made this piece. and I'm grateful for it. That is habit 12, and it might just be the most important one of all. And there you have it, my dear friend. 12 gentle, thoughtful habits that can help you create a home that doesn't just look clean, but feels calm, comforting, and beautifully your own. Maybe you'll start with just one. Maybe you already do a few of these and didn't even realize how powerful they are. Wherever you are on this journey, I hope today reminded you that a peaceful home doesn't come from perfection. It comes from presence, from care, from love. Now I would love to hear from you. Which habit spoke to your heart today? Was it the fresh air ritual, the evening tidy, or maybe that quiet moment of celebration at the end of the day? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and your stories always touch me. If you found comfort or inspiration in today's video, please take a moment to click like. And if you haven't already, I'd be so honored to have you join this little community by hitting subscribe. Every week, I'll be here with more simple, soulful ways to help you feel good in your space and strong in your spirit. And until next time, be kind to your home, be gentle with yourself, and remember, you are not alone. You are wise, you are worthy, and this chapter of life is still full of beauty. Take care, and I'll see you soon.